We've been checking out the 2K League since tip-off, and this season is on fire. And here's a look at what you can expect from the turn.
The NBA 2K League officially turns the page to their 4-day tournament on July 14th, with all 23 teams participating remotely from their local markets. Teams seeded 10 through 23 will compete on day 1, hoping to advance to the following day's 6.
For the land of the free and the home.
And tipping us off here, a terrific performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back with more. Hold on tight and don't go away. Welcome, everyone, to Noche Enabia. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. In this game, we'll see the Denver Nuggets against the Houston Rockets here in Toyota Center. Joined now by Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. With us tonight, one of the quickest players in league history, Kenny the Jet Smith. I almost feel like I should say your name fast because that's the way you played the game.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you.
But is the show going to be fast? Because I heard like it's a little bit less time down here than it is up top.
Well, I think it goes by so quickly.
It's not quite jet quick, but it does play with some pace.
Because when you guys are home sleeping, we're still on the air.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that.
That is true.
That
is true.
We might be having a tea for two after.
There it is.
On the air.
There it is.
And that is true.
Whatever that is.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Jamal Murray, Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Jay, and it's Porter in at the small forward position. And for Houston, they've got Porter. Christian Wood is out there with Draymond Green. Then it's Exum, and it's Tate, and at the 3, the small forward. Kenny, your shot mechanics look polished, even back in college. Some guys take longer to have that thing look smooth and make some sense optically.
Well, it's repetition more than the visual. So the more I actually shot the ball and my left hand stays on too long, so I had a side spin. It didn't go, it have a natural revolution. So Marcus Smart comes to mind, Lonzo Ball, but the repetition will help you.
Yeah. And, there are some guys that, some of the great shooters don't have great, Ray Allen, Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe shot it with a
Larry
little size.
Bird's
Larry
form
Bird
was different.
But, they perfected it.
And it's sent back by Jokic. And now the Nuggets, fast break. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
One of the best passing bigs the league has to offer. If you're open, Jokic will find you.
Wood passes to Exum. Back to Wood. Over Jokic. And it's sent back by Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Here's Exum. And at last, they get one to fall.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game. A foul right off the bat. You hate to pick up your first one so quick.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Back to Murray. Outside Gordon. Clock at 6. Knocked away.
He doesn't get the block, but the physicality of Draymond Green helping to affect the shot.
Porter kicks to Green. Three-pointer on the way. Jokic grabs the miss.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws here tonight. He misses the free throw. Greg Popovich, the Spurs coach, Kenny, has talked about how the three-point shot is ruining the game. What do you say when you hear that?
Well, he's a participant of that.
I was about to say, like, he's the one that brought it to the forefront more than anybody.
Of it. But I think overall, yes, because people now take bad threes over good twos. So players don't have worse shot recognition.
I think they took bad twos just as much as they take bad. I mean, I'd never forget my college coach said, I had a teammate took a shot. It was a bad shot. And I got on him about it. And coach looked at me and he said, hey, you know, we don't yell at our shooting guard. He said, I never met a player that took a shot he wasn't trying to make. And that stood with me because you don't shoot it to miss, but that doesn't mean it's a good shot.
Right. Now here's Murray. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Five to shoot. Lays it up and banks it in.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
Now here's Exum. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game, and finished off by Exum.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
Murray, good.
A nice start for them offensively. 3 of 4 to kick things off.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Well, here's what Houston's head coach had to say earlier. He told me one thing they can't lose sight of is Nikola Jokic's skill as a passer. He said it's easy to forget how good a distributor he is. Give him passing lanes you wouldn't give him other bigs. We can't overplay him and let him create easy baskets. Kevin, he knows they will have to be on their toes, both on strong and weak side, against Jokic. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Porter with it. Now guarded by Murray. Porter kicks to Exum. Pass to Tate. Passes it to Porter. For Murray. Not enough on that one as it misses. Denver in the lead. Down low. Kenny, you've played under a number of legendary coaches. What traits do they share, and how were they different?
Well, the great thing about all of them, they had me. So that makes
Okay, check that box, right? Move that off to the side.
It's something that they all had in common. I'm not saying that it's me, but it is heaven. I think what makes them great, what makes them great is the ability to relate and also the ability to change direction. Like, you could have a game plan and then all of a sudden change the game plan in the middle of the game and come up with a new one if it's not.
Well, I even go a step further. You're also, the great coaches adapt to their personnel as opposed to trying to make the personnel adapt to them. That's why Greg Popovich stand out for me. Because I remember when the Spurs used to be beating you in the 80s.
Yeah. And now
then he's the guy that started this
running.
whole offensive thing.
His running thing.
Now here's Murray. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Wood. Exum deciding where to go with. Pass to Porter. Here's Wood. Jokic defending. Wood passes to Porter. The Rockets again can't hit.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
Shoots from the corner. Porter, no luck.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Exum. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Denver. This is his first free throw of the game.
And he hit his foul shots a season ago at about a 74% clip.
The first free throw is good. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And here in the early going, missed free throws starting to become the storyline.
Rockets trail. Tate the pass to Wood. Now Exum. Here's the lob to the hoop. And finished off by Wood.
You can't overcommit when Green has the ball. He'll make you pay by finding the open teammate.
And this summer, Vince Carter retiring after his 22nd NBA season. That's a record for longevity in the game. Kenny, he's closer to our age than he is to some of his teammates.
Yeah, that's amazing. A guy could do it at this level so long and really help the team instead of just be on the team. He's an incredible athlete. That dedication and willingness is just rolled over into time.
Never had to be the main guy at this stage of his career, always wanting to supplement, help, tutor, mentor, and he stayed healthy.
Stayed healthy, that's the key.
They get it back. Gordon finds Jokic. Porter trying to free himself up. Jokic with the bucket.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Now here's Exum. 5 points in the game. Jokic with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, not only can Jokic get some steals, but he's such a great passer. He gets the break going with the quick outlet.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And after that game, it was impressive to look at the box score and see the work they did at the free throw line.
Yeah, there were 2 things in play there. They had a huge advantage in free throw attempts, and as a unit, they shot the lights out at the line.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Millsap comes in for Porter, and Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Wood can't hit.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Here's Jay. The Rockets pull it in. Wood's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Dort. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. Back to Porter. Over Morris. Another miss by Houston. It was the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Oh, man, challenging the defense inside with the pass. That's just good ball movement.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's Olynyk. A 17-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City.
So many of his points came at the line. The D was trying to play him physically, and he just said, yeah, bring it on.
And Kenny, we've had some great passing centers in this league, but Jokic of Denver seems to be on a completely different level.
Yeah, he sees the court from a point guard's vantage point. He sees guys cutting. He sees guys coming out. Most guys only see double teams. He sees it all, precise with his passing, and his teammates are ready to receive the basketball.
One of the few bigs that has the ability to throw you open. Right? He throws a pass before it's actually there, and that's typically what you see from the great passing guard.
Sabonis-like?
On that level.
Yes, I would agree.
The older Sabonis.
Older Sabonis, yes, the older, his dad.
Yeah.
Brad Daugherty comes to mind, another passing center that was really good. You know, and Bill Walton.
Yeah, to me, the 3 best, I put Jokic in the same class with Sabonis and Walton. I think, to me, those are the 3 best overall passing bigs.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Dort. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Guarded by McGee. It's stolen. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Nuggets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
And the first one drops. He doesn't get the second one. Rockets trail by 11. Here's Dort. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. The Rockets again can't hit.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Jay, and it's good for 2. Jay's got 11.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Dort. You ask around, more and more team trainers focused on the importance of sleep for peak performance. Is that something that you ever paid attention to, Kenny, when you were playing?
Yes. I never played an NBA game, maybe very few, without taking a nap on game day.
But how about like a night's sleep? Like, would you say I got to get 7 hours? I got to get 8 hours?
I would say my thing was I would set my timer for 12:30 a.m. to make sure that I'm in bed by 12:30. So that would be my alarm clock, not to wake up, but to go to bed by that time.
Greg?
Yeah, my nap was more important than my night of sleep. Because also back then we traveled, like after games, a lot of times you didn't get to the next city till 2, 3 in the morning, and you're still wired up. So like that nap, man, was vital.
Vital.
And so it's Houston with it. Denver getting their last shot to go. To the middle. It's deflected. They need this. Guarded by McGee. The Nuggets another fast break chance right here. And Morris throws it down.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, because it's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Here's Dort. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And the slam dunk by McGee.
You see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way? Because they know he can go up and get it.
There's 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The tray. The shot missing.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
And so here is Houston. The Nuggets getting the bucket, and it's in there.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
To the inside. And the shot goes in from Jay. Jay's got 15.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here's Dort. Inside. Here's Olynyk. McGee with the block.
Oh, this is McGee's role. He's out here to defend and to stifle shooters whenever he can.
And so it's Denver in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's approach to each game.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball, how unselfish we are, next pass mentality, next man up mentality, and just keep each other alive. We got to, like I said, bring that energy, bring that enthusiasm that we always have.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say. 2-5 on the floor. Kenny, as a freshman, you joined one of the great lineups to ever play in college basketball with guys like Michael Jordan, Sam Perkins. I mean, it was a who's who of the game.
Yeah, I know, Michael was so excited to play with me.
Was he?
As soon as I walked on
Chomping
campus.
at the bit, wasn't he?
When I
Who
walked
is
on
this kid out
campus,
of New York
he
here?
picked me up at the airport, drove me around.
He had a car?
Oh, yes. But then it was just great. Playing there with those kind of guys, it really gets you ready and prepares you for it.
Had you met Jordan before you went
On
to
a
Carolina?
visit, just on a visit.
On a visit you
But
had.
he wasn't the best player really at the time. Sam Perkins was the guy. He was a 4-year All-American, first team. So it was Sam Perkins who everyone was in awe, and plus he was from New York.
Christian Wood is out there with Green. Then it's Exum. Then it's Porter. And it's Tate in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Timberwolves was a driven player. He scored 48 points, and as expected, he distributed the rock and got his teammates involved. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
It's all about getting into a comfort zone early. When he does that, he can be very difficult to contain the rest of the way.
Paul Millsap has checked in for Michael Porter.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Count it. Porter's got 4 this quarter.
They've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
To the paint. It's picked off. And here's Exum. He's got 5. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Green. Jay, guarded by Porter, and there's the pass to Jokic. Now here's Murray. He's tightly guarded. And there are a lot of questions on the best way, guys, to develop talent in the NBA. Kenny, would you restructure youth basketball in the U.S.?
Many fans think that the G League could supplant college hoops. I think I would restructure it in this way. And it has nothing to do with the players. I would just make sure that the coaches are coaches. Meaning, to get a driver's license, what do you need? You have to learn to drive. To get any kind of thing, you need a license to do it. You don't need a license to be a coach. No, you got to be a license to coach my kid.
And not to mention, this is still a business. So I'd rather have the impact of what the college game brings, because now I got a ready-made star coming into our game. You think about when Magic and Bird came in, they were big stars because they had played in the most watched game ever.
Absolutely.
Like, there's still a huge advantage to having collegians come into our league.
Come on, you got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did.
Yeah.
And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Now here's Murray. 13 points in the game. Jay, he dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't
Yeah.
it? And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for the Rockets. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. To the middle, here's Porter. Made that one only his 4th of this game after firing 10 times from the floor.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And the basket is good. Jay has got 21 in the game.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Now Exum, 5 points in the game. Wood can't hit.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Outside Millsap. Denver passing it around. 1:37 left in the second quarter. Outside Porter. And Kenny, great to have you on the show as always. You got to come back soon. Promise us you'll come back soon.
I'm coming back next week.
Good.
I am not.
Good.
There's more food down here. It's friendly about here. It's more room, man. I can't wait to be here.
A little
More air, everything, man. Everything's more down here.
And C-Web, what can you say? Kenny Smith never one to pull any punches when he's talking about basketball. Or anything, for that matter.
Yeah, definitely. And he was such an integral piece to those Hakeem Olajuwon championship teams there in Houston.
Clock at 4. They grab their own miss. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And over his 2 years at UNLV, Christian Wood shot just 26% from long range. So he's made a huge improvement in the NBA.
Yeah, and it's become a key part of his offensive game, GA. He's put the work in behind the scenes. I mean, developing a skill set, that's so much in the name.
The Nuggets have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. And he makes the first.
Underrated coming into the league and underestimated. Millsap doesn't have any doubters anymore.
Both free throws good for Millsap. 41 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Dort. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Olynyk. For Murray. The Rockets with another miss.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Jay, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Nuggets have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Jay. 19 seconds left in the first half. Porter against Millsap. Porter, no luck. Here's Jay. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Nasty.
Woo.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Absolutely relentless. They're in the flow and riding that wave for as long as they can.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Nuggets ahead as they end the second quarter on a 12-3 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Hey, Draymond, at times in that first half, they got it going in transition. Why were they able to beat you defensively?
I don't think it was so much defensively, it was offensively. You know, we turned the ball over, and you can't defend that. You know, when they get out running, their guards are going to get loose. So we just got to stop turning the ball over offensively, and that'll help our defense a ton.
Yeah, your coach calls them plays of insanity, Draymond, so we'll see if you can adjust that in the second half. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Well, he was putting on a passing clinic in that first half, set up a lot of their makes.
He was very creative in how he orchestrated the offense.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got Michael Porter. Murray out there with Jay. Then there's Gordon, and it's Jokic in at the center. Now, here's Exum. He kicks it to Porter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Jokic. And Kevin Porter Jr., all the issues you'd expect from a rookie, Greg. Unforced errors, a few too many fouls and turnovers. But as you and I were talking, and as the coaches told us, the upside is huge.
I tell you, Kev, his first step with the ball in his hands is incredible. Can burst by defenders like they're waiting at a bus stop. Once he matures, he's going to be a handful to deal with.
Now here's Murray. Stolen. Tate the pass to Exum. Outside, Porter passes it to Tate. 6 to shoot. From deep. No good. Nice D from Porter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Porter's got his first bucket in this one.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well. He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach. Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Pass to Green. And the pass to Wood. Drops in the layup for 2. Wood's got 10.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
The finish. And finished off by Porter.
Creating the turnover, jump-starting the fast break, things Draymond does very well.
For Denver, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Jay, the pass to Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Waba kicks to Wood. To the left wing, Exum with a wide open look. Again, the Rockets score.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Morris passes to Porter. To the inside. Over in the corner, Green. They get the rebound. Jokic. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Count it, good. Exum's got 11 points.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
On the wing, Green. Shoots. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Pass to Nwaba. Here's Wood. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
Here's Nwaba. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. They get it again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For Houston, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jokic. Gordon comes in for Barton. Jay's checked in for Hayes. And Murray's subbed in for Monte Morris. Here's Murray. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now here's Exum. He's covered by Murray. Now here's Exum. 11 points in the game. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3. Down low, here's Jay, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And so it's Exum with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. 50 seconds left to play here in the third. Kicks it to House. 6 on the shot clock. Passes to Dort. Nice D from Jay.
If he'd been even halfway decent today, the score would be a lot different, but you can't get anything to fall.
And now the fast break Exum with the ball. Here's Dort, defended by Gordon. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Good on the shot. Olynyk's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Gifted scorer around the rim. Olynyk can finish over either shoulder, and he's got great touch.
Inside, here's Jay. Green with the block. Here's Exum. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Denver Nuggets out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time. Big group substitution here for Denver. Morris with the ball. Down low. Pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Porter outside. but they recover it.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today. Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Draymond Green is out there with Wood. Then it's Exum, and it's Dort in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Chris, you played for 5 different teams in your career and a number of different coaches. As you look back, what percentage of great coaching is X's and O's? And what percentage is just inspiring your players and getting them motivated?
X's and O's are probably the most important. You need a coach that can adapt his system to the players on his team, to the teams that are coming up, that can adjust in coaching style. And so I definitely think as far as that, the coaching, the skill set, and the play calling is definitely important. And I think motivation has a part to play as well.
Jay, the pass to Millsap. He gets it in there.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul. So both teams changing it up here. And so here is Houston. And here's Exum. Lock at 6. Millsap covering. Denver grabs the miss. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. So for the Rockets, DJ Wilson comes in for Christian Wood, and it's Avery Bradley in for Exum. Morris outside. Denver keeping it going. A new 14-second clock. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Here's Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
The first one falls. Chris, you had some great battles with those guys in the 2020 Hall of Fame class, like Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett. And I know you're going to join them in Springfield in the Hall of Fame soon as well.
Oh, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. It was an honor playing against these guys. You know, when you think about Kobe and the Mamba mentality, as a friend, you just miss that competitive spirit, and it was an honor to call him an opponent and a friend. Tim Duncan, you had to be prepared when you went up against him and his great Spurs team. And same with Kevin Garnett, just energy and passion, and one of my favorite players of all time. So it was an honor playing against them and an honor to call them friends.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Brown dishes to Bradley. And it's sent back by Millsap. Jay, the pass to Jokic. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Jokic has got 16 here in the second half.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Brown kicks to Bradley. To end the drought, and it's sent back by Millsap. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. Daniel House is checked in for the Rockets. It's Bradley on the wing. Houston moving it around. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Rivers passes to Najee. Jay. The Rockets pull it in. Brown wide open. He fires. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got his 6th rebound on the night, and they're pushing it up. Here's Najee. The shot Count that bucket. Najee's got 4 points this quarter. And so Brown will bring it up for the Rockets. Chris, you look at last year's all-defensive first-teamers, 4 out of 5 of those guys were 6'10" or taller. Clearly, size is an advantage.
Yeah, size or at least length. I mean, long arms, with that comes block steals and deflections. As long as you can move your feet, though, bigger is better.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Now the pass to Jay. Now Brown. Pass to House. Now here's Bradley. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's the break. Here's Barton. Rebound by House.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Barton against Brown. Just 5 to shoot. McGee with the block. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Shot clock at 2. There's Brown with the 3. He can't get it to go. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Knocked loose and taken away by Brown. And it's the Rockets on the break. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Yeah, and defensively, you'd like to see a greater effort to change ends.
Chris, we've seen in the three-point contest, they've added a pair of deep shots worth extra points. If the league decided for the All-Star game to test out a 4-point line, what would you think of that?
I'm not sure about the 4-point line yet. I think we'll always have time for that, but I don't think there's a need to rush for that. I think until everyone can shoot like Curry or most guys can shoot like that, let's just not change it because 1 or 2 guys can. When we look at offensive efficiency and I know the statistics, there's still a lot of ways that this game can be improved with the line where it is. I love the NBA welcoming innovation, but this is something that I think we're jumping ahead of the times.
And Avery Bradley still a solid player for this team. Maybe not in his prime, but still defensively, he's a difference maker.
Yeah, G.A. I mean, injuries have slowed Bradley down over the years, but he still has some great footwork. He's physical on defense. He's undersized, but he can match up with either guard spot. The defensive specialist, Bradley, now a veteran. He's proven to be a guy who can contribute well as a starter or a bench reserve.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, he gets up. Houston's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Brown outside. Outside Bradley. Yep, it counts. Bradley's got 4 points this quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nuggets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. Can you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game?
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jay.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Bradley kicks to Brown. The three-pointer, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Jay, the pass to Najee. The kick out to Barton. Jay, he's covered by Brown. Shot clock at 6. Pass to McGee. Now here's Rivers. Shoots over Bradley. Offensive rebound. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, McGee, he's made an awful lot of stops along the way in his NBA career, but he's been a productive player on just about every team he's played for.
Both free throws good from McGee. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to House. Wilson with it. 16 seconds left in the fourth. Outside Bradley. No good with the layup. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
Ain't no one man struggle above another. A new 24 hours, time to work on all my trouble. I'm tired of hustling, trying to make my money double. Need changes in my life, gotta get up out that bubble. I gotta get it right now. Forget waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing. I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. When you put it to use, or let it waste away, Rise and shine, it's time to grind. I gotta get mine, said the concept. The time is all up in our mind. Sometimes it's slow, other times it be flying. I see 24 years with my very own eyes. They try, but they can't put a price up on my time. Finally figured out what I'ma do with my life. The purpose of this life ain't to work, eat, sleeping, and living more for I. Cause you never know what the future holds, what tomorrow brings. The best day of your life, but a fat lady sings. What I mean, we can't last till infinity. Leaving behind nothing but artifacts and memories. So when I'm gone, how will they remember me? Hope it's for positive and not negativity. Was I a leech or a source of energy? I'm working on my legacy. I gotta get it right now. Forget waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing. I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day.